Have a nice day, students. In this video, we are going to describe about image editing. Actually, these topics are belongs to the second chapter of the ICT textbook of 8th standard. Here we created one canvas and we opened one image from our local resource. Here we are going to insert this image into our canvas. So, first of all we should create one layer. I name it layer 1. Yes, now it is layer 1 and we described how to copy one particular image into the layer 1 in the previous video. So, Control A, Control C, then by selecting layer 1, Control V, we inserted the image. Now, first of all we are going to scale the inserted object. Now, it is locating as a floating selection. Before inserting it into layer 1 or before clicking the anchor button, we should do all the manipulation we want with that inserted object. So, we must enlarge this particular image into our canvas. So, what we should do? First of all, we should select the scale tool. Scale tool is a tool to enlarge or shrink the size of the inserted object. So, you can use your mouse pointer to select scale tool. This is the scale tool button. Otherwise, you can use the shortcut Shift T. Shift T is the shortcut. Now, I selected the scale tool and I am bringing my mouse pointer over the picture, then simply give a click. Yes. Now, we got one small window. Here you can see width and height of the selected object. We should make sure this chain is locked, otherwise our aspect ratio of the image will distort. So, I locked the image. Now, we can click and drag by holding the corner of the inserted object. Yes. Now, we increased the image. Then you can click on the scale button. Yes. This is the application of scale button, scale tool. If you finish the work with this inserted object, you can bring it to layer 1. So, click on the anchor button. Now, we do not need this image anymore, we can click close and discard image. So, this is our canvas, we have one background and a layer 1, the layer 1 holding one image. Next, we are going to study how to crop an image. Okay? How to crop an image and what is cropping? Cropping is nothing but the cutting of the image with a knife. When we cut the image with a knife, the size of that image will change, will shrink to the area which we used. So, I am opening one image from file, open, by selecting home folder, school resources, standard 8, image underscore editing. Yes, I am taking this one. I opened the image. Here I would like to cut or crop this image only. So, when you insert one image in GIMP software, you can see the size of that image in the title area of the GIMP software. Now, we selected this tab. So, we know the size of this image is, or the size of this canvas is 640 into 480. that will be the size of the inserted image. And when we selected the canvas which we created before, you can see the size 3508 into 2480, that is the size of the canvas which we created. So, here we are going to crop this image. So, we have a crop tool in toolbox. This is the crop tool. You can see the symbol as I told you before a small knife. So, you can use the shortcut. Shift C is the shortcut to select the crop tool. I selected the crop tool. Then you can click and drag where you want to select. Yes. Okay. Now, I selected this cow. Okay. Look here, the current size is 640 into 480. When you apply the crop tool by selecting, then hit enter to get it cropped. Now, it is cropped. Now, you can see the size of the current image, that is 251 into 146. It is decreased. So, when you apply that, you should understand, when you apply the crop tool, the size of the applied image will change, will decrease, crop area which we applied. Okay. So, that is the use of crop tool. Next, we are going to study how to type text in GIMP software. Okay. So, next tool is type tool. So, we know this is our canvas, we inserted one layer here. I am just hiding this layer. You can hide the layer by clicking in this eye symbol. Yes, actually I am not deleting this layer, I am just hiding this layer to view the typing content. Now, we are going to study the type tool. So, to view the typing content, I am just hiding the layer. This is the type tool, or you can simply hit T in keyboard to select the type tool. This is the type tool, and this type tool, there is a speciality when comparing with the other tool, other object. As I told you before, you must create separate layer for each and every object except type tool. When you use the type tool, the layer will create automatically. You do not need to create the layer for a type tool separately. Okay. So, you can see the layer channel. I am selecting type tool right from here, then clicking in the canvas, and I am typing the text. I typed the text, but the font size is now it is 18, not the sufficient size. So, I am selecting the text and I am increasing the font size. Yes, around 100 is enough. So, you can see an extra layer will present in the layer channel. Actually, this layer I did not create this layer, it is created automatically. So, that is why I told you, you do not need to create a separate layer when you apply the type tool, it will create automatically. Okay. Next, we are going to study the paintbrush tool. Actually, this tool is useful to draw the image. So, when you select the paintbrush, this is a paintbrush tool, or you can use the shortcut P for police. So, this is paintbrush, and in the tool option you can see different styles of paintbrush. By default, this will be the paintbrush option, Now, we can change to any other style. I selected the bird, and I used the size as 122. By default it will be 20. You can increase the size, and in the layer channel I am creating another layer, layer 2. Yes. Now, I am clicking with this paintbrush with a bird style. Now, you can see with a single click we can get a single image of a bird, and when you click and drag you can draw the birds like this. But if you want to get a continuous line, you can select normal brush. So, this will help to get the continuous line, and if you want to decrease the width of the line, by default it will be 20. Yes. Now, we can draw. Okay. Using this brush you can draw the image. Okay. If you are an artist, I am not an artist. If you are an artist, you can draw the image. Okay. Next, we are going to save the project, GIMP project. So, in the file menu, you can use save option, or you can use the shortcut Ctrl S to save, and in the document folder I am giving the name as activity 2. Okay. Then save. I saved the image. Now, I am closing everything. We can go to the destination location which we saved the image in the document. Okay. Now, you can see the file activity2.xcf. This is the file which we saved, but here you can see another text, that is .xcf. We know dot is used to separate the file name and extension. This xcf is the extension. It is an application related extension, that is the which implies that this file is created by GIMP software. So, when you double click over this file, the GIMP software will load automatically. That is because of the this extension. Okay. So, now I am double clicking over this file. Now, you can see the GIMP software is loading with that particular image. Okay. This was the image we created, and next, this XCF extension you cannot open in another platform. So, when you send this image or your poster or your project work to your friend, or when you share your work to your friends or family members, you must export it into universal file format. In my previous video, I was describing about the file format and what is the universal format and what is the peculiarities of the universal format. We discussed about that before. So, we are going to export the image image universal file format. To export this project, you have export option from the file menu, export. Now, you can see the select file type option. Here you can see JPG. By default it will be PNG, and if you want to convert or export it into JPG, you can click here. The extension will change automatically here, you do not need to type it. So, export, and also you can use this slider to increase the quality of your image. because this JPG image is a raster image. It depends the density, the clarity of the image is depends the density of the pixels. So, I am keeping the 90 as it is, then export. Now, we created the image activity 2.jpg image. Now, you can send this JPG image to your friends. This JPG format will open in any platform. There will not, even in Mac or Windows platform, you can open this image. And also you can export the same into PNG format from file menu. Now, you need to take the export as. Now, here we need before we exported into JPG format, that is why here it is locating as JPG. You need to change the file format. There is PNG here, PNG image. Now, you can see the extension changed automatically here, then export. In this option only, you will have different tick mark to provide or to remove. Here, if you do not want the background, you can simply remove this tick mark. Okay. Or if you need background, you can give the tick mark here. Okay. So, in some situation, you maybe remove the background of your work. So, you can remove the tick mark from here. Okay. Put the tick mark to get the background, then export. Now, you can see another image activity 2.png, and that file you can see the white background. That was the background of our project. With this topic, I am going to finish this video. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.